Frederick, Maryland, the great WMAL. Go. Donna, are you there?
What keeps ringing through my head is how deep this scandal actually goes. The one I'm referring to, which is Spygate against Trump, which is the cover-up of Hillary-gate against America and Obama-gate against America. And that's what gets lost in all the mishmash of the media that we're subject to day out, day in, day out, endlessly. And I want to thank you for just kind of honing in on the subject and giving us the details that we're not privileged to get from this lousy mainstream media.
Well, I'll tell you this, Donna. There's a couple things going on here that we sort through all the time. We talked about Trump and Russia and all the rest of this. And yet you're quite right. On the other side, there are no prohibitions to a criminal investigation of what Hillary Clinton did. And, of course, they conducted a phony criminal investigation and her multiple violations of the Espionage Act. Can you imagine if Donald Trump had done any of that? They'd be hanging him from a telephone pole by his feet right now. Now, that said, there was no special counsel appointed to investigate that side where the FBI interfered in that investigation to protect her, as well as what the FBI at senior levels did in the case of Trump. Now, do you want to know why a special counsel wasn't appointed?
Let's hear it, Mark.
Because it would have been investigating the FBI and the Department of Justice and certain intelligence agencies. That's why. Can you imagine letting loose a special counsel on those departments?
It would have been crazy, but it is now.
So they would not want a criminal prosecutor with 17 other prosecutors, basically an entire United States Attorney's Office. That's what they've recreated here. Investigating Mr. Comey, Mr. McCabe, Mr. Strzok, Ms. Page, and all the rest of them. Investigating Loretta Lynch, Mr. Orr, and others, Sally Yates over at the Department of Justice. Investigating Mr. Brennan and Mr. Clapper and Ms. Rice and all those people who would have been investigated and all would have gone broke, spending millions of dollars defending themselves. That's why Mr. Rosenstein has chosen not to appoint a special counsel in a case where there is a criminal predicate, and yet where there wasn't one, he appoints one. All right, my friend, I appreciate your call. Let's go to Tom. Tom's River, New Jersey, Sirius Satellite. Go.
Hey, Mark, good to talk to you. I think you just hit on what I'm about to give a sermon on. The Democrats, they got their finger in the dike, and they're just dragging their feet. They have to come up with something because everything on their side is like jail time. Everything they've done is like it's obvious jail time, and they have to come up with something, and that's what we're going through. And thanks for talking to me, Mark. You're great.
All right, Tom, appreciate your call, my friend. Let's go to Mike, Olney, Maryland, the great WMAL. Go.
Yes, good morning, sir. Listen.
Good morning. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Olney, Maryland.
Well, it's not morning, it's evening.
Yes, it is evening, and it's Olney, Maryland, in Montgomery
And
County.
it's happy hour where you are, but go right ahead.
Yeah, you're correct on that issue. Listen, why is it the President of the United States exercising his power to fire Jeff Sessions, to put someone else in the place as Attorney General? That person would then subsequently fire Rosenstein.
All right, why do you think he won't do it?
That's a good question.
No. You know the answer. Why won't he do it?
He's afraid of the backlash.
And what's the backlash?
The backlash is these crazy progressives that are going to make noise. So what? Let them make the noise.
No, the backlash. You say so what, sir? We've been through this with the Saturday Night Massacre several decades ago. The media hate his guts, the Democrats hate his guts, and half the Republicans in Congress hate his guts. They will impeach him and remove him from office. That's why he won't do it.
Well, it's a darn shame because, you know, this Mueller and his investigation, he's investigating the...
So basically, we right now have a rogue Department of Justice for many purposes. We have a rogue special counsel. Congress won't step up, and the media are all for it. And so that's the situation we're in. It's very, very dangerous.
I would take the aggressive point and just say
No, you wouldn't, sir. You've never run for anything. He's put everything on the line. You haven't.
Well, that's true.
No offense, but I mean, everybody sits at their dinner table and says, if I were president, what I would do. But you're not.
Yeah, you're right. But
listen to me, please. Can you imagine what this man has been put through? What his family's been put through? What his staff has been put through? And everybody willy-nilly, well, if I were president, I would... All right, thanks for your call. No offense, I'm just pointing it out that I think that would be a bad move. I think what he does is he fights this Mueller all the way through the court system, and hopefully there's some justice. I'll be right back.